Okay, hello everybody. Here's a quick update on the 2x3 foot N scale project layout that I've been working on. I have all the Unitrack laid down and in place, and both on the lower level and on the upper level loop. And I've wired things up just with a couple feeder wires so I can test run everything to make sure clearances work and so forth. And I have the Portran, which I had a quick little review on recently, running on the top level. And the lower level, I actually was planning on using the S4, and I did that initially, but I decided just to go ahead and try this AC4400 out and see if it actually would work on these 8.5-inch radius curves. And sure enough, it's working fine, even pulling a couple freight cars. It isn't really complaining at all going around those curves. It doesn't look very glamorous, but it is making them around pretty well. So it's kind of surprising, but it does in fact work. Now this outer loop here on the lower level is actually a combination of 9 3/4 radius, and there's actually one 15-inch radius curve there at the end. So that way, I didn't think that'd be a problem, but this inner loop is all 8.5-inch radius curves, except for where the bridges are there, and those are 9 3/4-inch radius curves. But everything else is 8.5 inches, so it is a pretty tight curve, but it does make it around fairly well, pulling even pulling some freight cars. So my hopes are encouraged that I can actually run, instead of just something like an S4, an actual larger engine like a GP38 without any problems. So that will probably be what I end up doing on this layout when it is, when it is complete and ready to run. Now at this point, the next steps will be involving setting up the supports for this upper level. I'll be basically taking layers of 1-inch foam, stacking them up underneath here to create the support for the interior area, and this will all be graded down smoothly in the front. I'll have supports here on the sides and the back to support the upper level in those areas. And then once that is complete and there's no clearance problems, I'll move on to getting everything wired up on both the top and the lower levels, and then try to figure out how I'm going to incorporate the controls into the fascia, which I'll probably try to do somewhere in this area here. That may change depending on how things fit and work with wires and clearances with track and so forth, but that's the overall plan for now. And I'll have another update once I make some progress on getting the upper level supports in place and on the wiring. Thanks. Bye.